Alright, so let's have this sample problem for our analysis of doubly reinforced beam. A rectangular beam has a width of 300 millimeter and an effective depth to the centroid of the tension reinforcement of 600 millimeter. The tension reinforcement has an area of 4,762 square millimeter and the area of compression reinforcement placed 65 millimeter from the compression face of the beam is 987.5 square millimeter. Yielding strength is equal to 414 megapascal and F prime C is equal to 35 megapascal. So, in detail for our sa section natin, ito yung magiging itsura niya. So, probably na ma-analyze natin siya into doubly reinforced beam or a singly reinforced beam. So, we need to determine the depth of rectangular stress block, which is the variable C. Okay, so let's have our preliminary steps, which is very important sa pag-determine natin if this section is under doubly or singly reinforced beam. So let's determine first what is our effective depth to the tensile steel, which is the value ng ating, which is 600 millimeter. Okay? And then for our effective depth to the compression steel, as stated sa ating problem, so ang value dito class is 65 millimeter. Okay? So let's determine the value for our beta 1 or the stress block factor, which is dependent sa ating value ng F prime C. Our F prime C here, by the way, is 35 millimeter. So this will underfall sa ating second condition. So by simply substitute on this formula, our beta 1 here is equal to 0.8. Okay? And then since given na yung ating area ng ating reinforcement in total sa ating tension, this is 4,762 square millimeter, and dito sa ating compression, which is 987.5 square millimeter. Okay? So, in determining sa ating actual steel ratio, which is the total steel reinforcement sa ating tension, and then divided lang natin siya sa ating gross area. So, ang lalabas dito ay 0.0317. For the maximum steel ratio, this is in this formula. So, ang makukuha nating value is 0.0246. In comparison with the actual to the maximum steel ratio, lumalabas na mas mataas yung ating actual steel ratio in comparison with our maximum steel ratio. Therefore, this is under doubly reinforced section. In this manner, we will consider the area of the compression dito sa ating steel reinforcement. So we will having two kinds of analysis. First is the stress diagram for our concrete. The second one is the stress diagram for our compression steel. Okay, so doubly reinforced section. So, ibig sabihin lang nito, for our steel failure assumption, we will assume two kinds of failure. First is sa ating tension reinforcement. I will assume this as steel yields. So that I will consider that my reverse strength is the yielding strength, which is the 414 megapascal. Then the second one naman, for my compression steel, I will assume this as yielding also. So that I will use the value for my Fs prime, which is 414 megapascal also. So in the determination for our first sample problem, which is we need to determine the depth of compression block, which is the value of C, I will utilize the equilibrium compatibility, which is kapag sinubstitute ko yung mismong equation, ito na yung magiging mas detailed na equation natin. Of course, ang ginawa ko lang dito, sinubstitute ko lang yung formula ng ating A into beta 1 times C. Okay? So, let's substitute further para makuha natin yung value ng C, which is 267.567 millimeter. But of course, hindi pa natin to pwedeng isagot kasi we need to confirm our assumption here. Okay? Which is by determining the actual rebar strength, which is for the tension reinforcement, ang makukuha natin dito is 745.460 megapascal. Which is, this is greater than 414 megapascal, ibig sabihin, this is still yields. Ibig sabihin lang na to, tama yung naging assumption natin kanina. na yung tension reinforcement natin mag-yield. Then we will go also sa ating compression reinforcement, which is we need to determine the actual rebar strength, so that ang lalabas ngayon dito is 454.242 megapascal, which is in comparison with our yielding strength, the 414 megapascal, this is still yields. But please take note later on kasi is magkakaroon tayo dito ng substitution for our design moment. Please take note na since no magpass yung ating actual rebar strength for the compression steel sa ating yielding strength, we will use the 414 megapascal. But still, our assumption here is satisfied. Ibig sabihin lang yan, for our final answer, the value of C here, this is now equal to 267.567 millimeter, as the checking up assumption here is now correct. Now, let's have this next sample problem, follow-up sample problem natin. From this given, we need to determine the depth of rectangular stress block A. Okay? This is very simple because we will use this formula. You need to just multiply the depth of compression block sa ating beta 1. So that the depth of rectangular stress block A, this is now equal to 214.053 millimeter. Okay? So yan na yung magiging answer natin. And then for the next follow-up sample problem natin, we need to determine the design moment strength or yung ating ultimate moment strength M sub U. Of course, we need to determine first the strength reduction factor, which is based on this condition. By the way, yung ating rebar strength for our tension is 745.460 megapascal. This is between 400 and 1,000 megapascal. Ibig sabihin, this is under transition controlled section. Ibig sabihin lang nito, we will use this formula para makuha natin yung value ng strength reduction factor. Then, let's substitute the 745.460 megapascal on this formula so that your strength reduction factor, this is now equal to 0.794. Okay? So, gagamitin na natin yan when we are now determining the design moment strength. So, of course, since ito ay doubly reinforced section, ibig sabihin lang po niyan, we will consider two stress diagram. So which is, we need to determine first the design moment from the concrete, which is by using this formula, and then by substitute everything, ang makukuha nating first part ng ating ultimate moment strength, this is now equal to 623.104 kilonewton meter. After we get the value for the design moment strength from the concrete, we need to determine also from the compression steel. So we will use this formula para makuha natin yung second part ng ating design moment strength. So by simply substitute this value, ang makukuha natin dito is 19.210 kilonewton meter. Because after natin makuha yung second part, we need to add them to, so that ang makukuha natin ditong total moment strength or the total design moment strength, this is now equal to 642.314 kilonewton meter. We will use this for the next sample problem natin, which is we need to determine the ultimate concentrated load at the midspan in addition to the dead load of 20 kilonewton per meter. This includes the self-weight of the beam, and then the beam here is a simple supported span of 6 meters. Okay? So, in this case, ito yung kunin muna natin yung ating ultimate load for our uniform load. So, since ang given lang dito is a service load of the dead load, which is 20 kilonewton per meter. So, let's substitute it so that we will get the value for the ultimate uniform load of 28 kilonewton per meter. And then, para sa ating pagdetermine doon sa ating ultimate concentrated load, kasi nga, given tayo ng uniform load and then concentrated load, so para sa ultimate moment natin for the uniform load, you will use this formula. Then, para sa ating concentrated load, you need to use this formula also. Combining these two, makukuha natin dito yung maximum moment, which is, ito yung magiging value natin for the design moment strength natin. So, let's substitute para makuha na natin yung ultimate concentrated load, which is this is now equal to 344.209 kilo Newton. And this is our answer for this sample problem.